Do you know who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brags about to the angels? A young person who chooses Him. The Prophet ﷺ told us about 7 types of people who will be under Allah's shade on the Day of Judgment when there will be no shade but His. And one of them is a young person who grew up in the worship of Allah. At an age where desires are the strongest, when distractions are everywhere, when the dunya is so loud, this young person says, "No, my Lord comes first." And in another narration, Allah actually boasts to the angels about His servant who leaves desires for His sake. Imagine that. The King of Kings mentioning you by name to the angels because you chose Him over the world. That's the weight of your sujood as a young person. That's the beauty of every no you say to sin and every yes you say to Allah. So the world might not notice, but the heavens do. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
When I was 16, my brother passed away, and I still remember the morning that I got the news. I felt paralyzed. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to go to work. I had this overwhelming feeling of why? Why should I do anything? Why him? Why did this have to happen? I kept wishing that I could go back, knowing that sadly we never can. I literally felt like, what's the point in anything? And although it would have been understandable to give up based on how heartbroken I was, I realized that that's not what my brother would have wanted for me. The hardest part was deciding that his passing wasn't going to define everything else that came after in my life. Instead of letting his passing become my excuse to give up on everything else and just do poorly, I decided that I had to keep going no matter what. Life doesn't stop, no matter how hard things get, no matter what struggles you go through, life continues to move. And so I had to keep showing up every single day, even when it felt impossible. And what I learned from this is that confidence is built in small wins. It's not built in overnight successes, but tiny victories that add up.
We believe that Muhammad is the fulfillment of the prophecies of Jesus. That Jesus Christ Himself had foretold the coming of Muhammad.
When was that?
We read this in the Gospel of St. John, chapter 16, verse 7.
Could you quote a verse?
Yes, I will. Where Jesus says, "I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now." In other words, you haven't got the capacity. He's telling this to His disciples. Howbeit, when He, the Spirit of truth, is come, He will guide you into all truth. For He shall not speak from Himself, but whatsoever shall He hear, that shall He speak, and He shall declare unto you the things that are to come. He shall glorify Me. Now, we Muslims, we say that Spirit of truth is Muhammad. And if we reread this verse with a little emphasis on the pronouns, you will see very, very clearly that Jesus is not speaking about a ghost, some intangible substance. He says, "I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now. Howbeit, when He, the Spirit of truth, is come, He will guide you into all truth. For He shall not speak from Himself, but whatsoever shall He hear, that shall He speak, and He shall declare unto you the things that are to come. He shall glorify Me." 8 masculine pronouns in one verse.
Referring to
a man.
John, would you like to respond?
There is not another verse in the whole Bible, I have been through it, where 8 masculine pronouns or 8 feminine pronouns or 8 neuter genders are used for anybody else. It's a unique verse for a unique occasion. Muhammad.